Do you find you have to deal with a lot of distractions and you have trouble concentrating? Is your focus a little off? Well, today we have an exercise that will help deal with some of that. So I want to do something really simple, but like a lot of simple things, it gets complicated really fast. So we'll start slowly and roar our way through this. And then I just wanted to show you that I did this drawing, and then that was placed on the this foam core sheet. Because this is charcoal, it will direct transfer, and then you just have to redraw it a little stronger with a ballpoint pen. And so then we go to the gel plate and we start doing some printing with that. And I found that whatever color you use on the plate, the foam core plate will pick that up, and you're left with a nice intaglio kind of effect. So that's what I mean about getting a little more complicated. And, you know, you can roar through a lot of these little studies, and you can add stuff to it. I have some tools that I just scraped into the paint, and then it ended up being pussy willows. So, you know, we can challenge ourselves and learn to focus a little bit more and maybe improve our ability to concentrate on a simple exercise. It's good discipline. It helps your hand-eye coordination. It's good for the brain. All right, let's get started. First off, there's always sort of a little discipline thing you have to give yourself. It's not a free-for-all. The more you provide some structure, the better off you'll be. So our structure for now is going to be just 3 rectangles. I'm going to make them fairly big so that we don't take too much time doing this part of it. And you can be aware of where you put them. And don't worry about being able to draw straight lines. That will come. There are tricks for that as well, but we don't have to focus on that today. So then you have to decide where are you going to put the next ones. And so start with one and then build towards the other ones. These will all be on top and everything else will be underneath. So you can decide, are you going to start from the middle? Are you going to start from the side? What's going to be more interesting? So maybe try a few of them. Now, does that look good? Okay. And how about coming from here? Oops. Screech. And going over to this side. And I don't really care if it's, you know, wonky. That might just add to the interest. All right, so start from here and maybe go to here. And then maybe from here. You can turn your sheet if you want. And only go to there. And keep working this way. So start with the next one. Middle, maybe on this side. And doesn't have to go so far down. So try not to repeat anything too much, but follow your first simple outline of putting it behind. and keep them cascading like that. And some are just going to have to go off the edges. Okay, so we have one little thing where we didn't concentrate enough. I don't know how that happened. So you see what I mean about really paying attention. Right, well, I've just diminished that one line, and then we will now place it on the Presto foam. The Baron helps transfer the charcoal. This exercise is really good if you suffer from brain fog, or you're starting really early in the morning and you're quite lucid yet. This is a good exercise to get you going. Okay, a little bit more. Okay. So from here you just take a ballpoint pen and redraw it. Okay, well, Josh will put some music on, and I won't talk through this because it's pretty straightforward. And all we're going to do is redraw the lines. And I'm going to put a little sheet of paper down so I don't smudge the charcoal. So now we'll see what our result is. Okay, let's put some color on. And we'll use our three primaries, red, yellow, blue. And if what we predict to begin with, that these lines will take up the color, we will see in this first print. And our yellow. So there are some transitions here, but should be not too bad. This is our 8x10 gel plate, but it's gotten a bit longer with use. I've had this, I don't know, 10 years now, but it works good. This is a gel press plate. Save that 10 times really quickly. And I'm just printing on a good quality copy paper. Press hard. All right. Remember what I said about the plate picking up all the color and leaving the lines behind. That's what we should be seeing. And it does indeed. And there you go. See, you see the blue, you see the red, and mostly the yellow, but it's quite pale. And it's picking up some of the ballpoint pen as well. Let's do that again, maybe just a couple of colors. Let's just try for the red and blue. And we won't mix them too much. Sort of a rainbow roll going from one into the other, so you're going to get a bit of violet in the transition. Put your plate on again. Now there might be some residual paint and impression from the texture plate, and we'll see if that's happening. So you'll get sort of a ghosting of the lines. But this is a full way to get intaglio lines fast way, rather than you know, incising a plate and then laboriously, you know, polishing it till only the ridges show. So and once your texture plate, you know, maybe is too saturated, clean it off, maybe redo the lines a little bit. Oops. Well, this one's quite interesting. You can see a lot of the lines. That's good. I think the blue dried on us for some reason. Okay. What you can do, of course, and we might try that, is just to add a little bit of retarder medium on it. Let's see, I've got several of them. Let's try this one. It looks a bit darker. Okay, we're going to take a break. I'm going to clear the plate and we'll try it directly on here. Wait, okay, so this time we're going to do it directly from the drawing to the plate. And we've done this type of transfer many times before, and it should work. Yes, there's still some stuff left on there. Good. And the way to transfer that to paper is to either use an opaque color, or you can use matte medium. So let's try an opaque color. This is, what is it? Naples yellow, which is a nice color. And this should transfer nicely. And then you can do a second pass with another color. And that one you'll probably have to put some retarder on that one because you want it to be transparent. Right. So let's just compare. This is one I did yesterday. And that's the same one. So doing this is done the first way, and this is with a transfer on the gel plate. So the lines turned out really well. And let's just try a blue. And keeping it really thin, maybe add a bit of retarder to it. The reason I'm using retarder is, of course, it's going to take longer to dry on the plate, but also you will get a much more transparent color. Which would look very effective on this particular image. And you want to be able to see that grid underneath. I'm doing the circles because there's a little bit of paint that's globbing a bit. I'm braying it off. Right. Now if the grid transfers to this, it will be sort of a double image, and we will see. You can sort of smudge over that. Well, the paint's wet, it's okay. So did we get a double image? Not that I can actually see. But look at how nice and transparent, and we really see the grid really well. So these are great background pieces, by the way, for journaling. So once you've picked it up once, then you don't really have to worry about that it's going to interfere with the next one. And our last one, we're going to just mess with the grid. Now we're not going to get anything, so we'll probably have to go back to our texture plate. So we'll keep it really light. Maybe we'll mix this with a little bit of the red. Just a little dribble. Maybe we'll make it kind of mottled. And we'll mix it in this way. You get a lovely rose color. Just mixing in that Naples yellow. Might take a little bit more off here. Right. Texture plate. Now, of course, you can use styrofoam and, you know, make your own texture plate of other materials. But, and like glue works really well. I'm pushing quite hard to make sure our lines are going down. Okay. Now, because we put retarder on it, we can do other things, and we'll get back to that in a minute. So you can use a variety of tools. I have these little rubber ones. Some are pointed, some are sort of chisel edged. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. And you could use a feather, the quill of a feather, as long as you're really careful. Don't push too hard. You can use just a painting knife. Maybe we'll do a bit of that. Just scrape some lines. We'll see if we get that pussy willow effect. So you just well, you could draw almost anything with these tools, whatever strikes your fancy, or you can keep it abstract. Okay, we'll see how that prints. Well, you could have elephants on a path or something if you want. If you live in Africa or are close to a zoo or something, I always think you should, you know, do artwork that is relevant to you, what you can relate to. It's not that I haven't seen elephants, but not in their natural environment. All right, let's have a peek. Oh, that's quite lovely. And we have our grid in the background. Bonus. There you go. Concentration. It's good for you, good for your brain. So be sure and take care of yourself, especially your brain, and your families. Be kind to one another. Bye for now.